Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. Guys, once again, the Lakers continue to fall under the pressure when it comes down to it. And after this loss tonight, the Lakers are now on a 3-game losing streak. They now fall to the fourth seed in the Western Conference when it comes all said and done. And it's just very unfortunate, when it comes down to it. The injuries is showing when it comes to this Los Angeles Lakers team. And shorthanded Lakers tonight as not a bit of a surprise. And obviously, going into this game, it was not a big surprise again when it comes to the Lakers and the expectations going into this game. I didn't really think the Lakers were going to win it anyway because of the injuries that's been occurring to the Lakers roster. Still no return of Rui yet. LeBron James just returned to LA, so you can guarantee that he's not going to be part of the Lakers' difficult road trip, especially after this one. The Lakers have a back-to-back um, game on the road, and who they're facing next is the Denver Nuggets when it comes all said and done. So it's just very unfortunate how the scheduling is going to really affect the Lakers within the standings. My hope is that everyone in the standings will lose some, so the Lakers will potentially be, I guess, even when where they're at when it comes to the standings between the fourth seed, the fifth seed type of thing. So, but at this point, guys, I mean, this is where the Lakers are at when it comes all said and done. It's just very unfortunate that they are where they're at when it comes down to it, and it's just the reality. This is the reality. I mean, and I even said this in my post on the community tab on YouTube. I said that we need LeBron James. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, sure, we need our guys to come back with Rui Hachimura, with Jackson Hayes, and all of them. Going into this game against the Bucks, you can just tell tonight that the Lakers were outsized tonight when it comes to the bigs that the Milwaukee Bucks have. So it's just very unfortunate that the Lakers were outsized tonight, and obviously when you look at the shooting efforts tonight, I mean the Lakers shot pretty well tonight, but at the same time, it just wasn't enough for them to win this game. It's just very unfortunate. It really gotten away from them in the second half, going into the third. They were blown out in the third, and they just couldn't recover since. So we're going to get into the stats and everything like that tonight, guys. But before anything, like always, please be sure to like this live stream. Of course, follow me all across social media. Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. So please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get right into the stats. Obviously, as we saw in tonight's loss tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks on the road, the Lakers basically were just a no-show when it came to the second half. There was a bit of a moment where they could have somehow come back from this. I mean, they were just down by 8 points going into the at the end of the second quarter. So it was just a matter of time. Maybe things will start to kick back up, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough for the Los Angeles Lakers to bounce back from that particular half. But unfortunately, it's just the lack of bigs. That's what it was. The Lakers played small against players like Giannis and Brooke Lopez and all of them. So they were just outsized when it came down to it. And the only big that we had on this team was Alex Len. I'm going to say this right now. The Lakers, I don't care how much money they're going to lose or whatever, they have to waive this guy. They have to waive it. They have to cut him or do something because it's just not cutting out. Or just keep him out of the rotation, put him in the doghouse or something. He is not cutting out as a Los Angeles Laker when it comes all said and done. He's been a complete failure to this Lakers team when it comes to all said and done. If anything, we should have, at least, Trey Jemison. I think he should have gotten a lot of opportunities tonight after my last live stream when I mentioned that he should have gotten it. But I guess JJ Redick is not listening to the critics and the advice or anything. So he's just sticking with the guy named Alex Lynn, who, judging by tonight's game, JJ Redick sure definitely not having in the starting lineup going into Denver's matchup. But you never know. Anything could happen. It's all up to JJ when it comes to certain lineups in play when it comes all said and done. So, but he was just abysmal tonight. He was just ridiculous tonight when it comes to his abilities and how not to play defense in this game. At least it just wasn't all aboard. It was just completely bad for Alex Lynn out there tonight. But let's give credit where credit is due when it comes to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, he put up a career high as a Los Angeles Laker with 45 points as a Los Angeles Laker. I mean, that's just amazing still, going out there, putting up numbers. But unfortunately, 45 points and 11 rebounds out there tonight was just not enough for the Lakers to win this game, unfortunately. And even though Austin Reeves did show up, he did show up with 28 points and 4 of 7 from the three. And, Luka went 7 of 13. I mean, not bad shooting from both of those guys. I mean, those guys were our best players out there tonight. But unfortunately, all the Lakers tonight just didn't show up in cohesive manner when it comes all said and done. It's just very unfortunate that all of us really didn't show up on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, like I said, the Lakers shot pretty well tonight with 37% from the three, but it just came down to the lack of size and the lack of defensive efforts that we saw from this Lakers team once again. So this is very unfortunate, and it's always happens in the third quarter situations, and it's just they just couldn't recover from that flaw of their game when it comes all said and done. So, which is why I kind of, I'm still kind of pissed that the Lakers still lost to the Brooklyn Nets. That's because things could have made such a big of a difference if somehow they beaten them on the road a couple of days ago, or at least they could have at best beaten some really horrible teams like the Charlotte Hornets and teams that were not competing for a playoff run and just tanking this season. I mean, at best, they could have just somehow won those games. That way we can go into the month of March and these type of tough schedules that's going to be ahead of the Lakers. I mean, 6 games, 8 nights. I mean, that's just craziness right there for the Lakers, especially that rescheduled game due to the LA Fires with the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, at best, that's going to be a very tough week for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to certain road trips and, back-to-back nights. And it's just going to be hectic for sure, especially for not having LeBron James and not even sure about the status of Rui Hachimura and his return. Because I think if one of those guys returns, I think there's a guaranteed chance the Lakers will win a couple of games on these tough schedules, in my opinion, especially just bringing back LeBron James as well. So, there's no doubt about it. I mean, when LeBron and Rui, all those players, Jackson Hayes, when they're all in the same court together, we'll win games. We will. I mean, we kind of witnessed it and how greatness we saw from this Lakers team when we went on that 8-game winning streak. I mean, it was just a great moment to be witnessing from this Lakers team at one point, but then injuries started happening and, Rui was out and then there was a combinations of Dorian Finney-Smith and, Gabe Vincent at one point. I mean, the injuries once again is starting to really stack up on the Lakers once again, and it's showing. It really is. Lakers on a 3-game losing streak. They're now falling to the 4th seed in the Western Conference. And at this point, the Lakers face tomorrow the Denver Nuggets. So could be a guaranteed chance that sorry about that. And there's a guaranteed chance that the Lakers could potentially, I don't want to say they fall further down, but they're tied right now with the Houston Rockets within the standings. So, with the fourth and fifth seed. So, it's just a bit of a questionable moment for the Lakers if somehow they will continue to fall with this continuation of losing games, or will they potentially somehow snap out of it and bounce back maybe tomorrow when they face the Denver Nuggets? But I think it's a unlikely chance that they will recover from that, especially if it's a road trip on a back to back. So it's just whoever put the scheduling together for the Los Angeles Lakers should be fired. It's just they just have to, because it's just ridiculous to the point that you have a road trip and you go on a back to back. So it's just craziness. I mean, you have to do some traveling, you have less time to rest, and it's just going to be very stressful tomorrow for the Lakers, at best being more tiresome going into the Mile High City, and they will potentially either show up with Luka Doncic doing what he did tonight, and maybe we'll see something out of maybe Dorian Finney-Smith. Maybe, I mean, anything could happen. Anything could switch up for the Lakers for the better if they want to. So we just have to wait and see when it comes all said and done. But yeah, I mean, Luka Doncic tonight, 45 points. Austin Reeves, 28. I mean, those guys, two of those guys really stepped up tonight compared to the Brooklyn Nets game. So great job for them. Other than that, the rest of the Lakers, they were a complete no-show in my opinion. I mean, Dalton Connect did put up 2 of 4 from the three, so, and put up 10 points. But still, the rest of the Lakers tonight didn't really show up on the defensive side of the ball, especially from Jared Vanderbilt. I have to say this is probably his worst game as a Los Angeles Laker in his, you know, since his return in January. So I have to say this is probably one of his bad performances, in my opinion, because I didn't really see enough defensive efforts on his part in this game, and the size, for sure hurt the Lakers. But at the same time, the combinations of Dorian Finney-Smith and Jared Vanderbilt, I think things could have obviously evened things out within just bringing size into the table. But unless they play defense, things could have probably turned out better for the Lakers at one point. But unfortunately, we didn't see that tonight when it came to the defensive efforts, and the lack of bigs obviously has really hurt the Lakers tonight for sure. But when you look at the rest of the Lakers, Gabe Vincent, 6 points out there tonight, went 0 of 5 from the three. Dorian Finney-Smith, 1 of 5 from the three, and 5 points. I think this is his return after, or did he play against Brooklyn? I might be mistaken, but he probably did. But, it was just a bad showing from Dorian Finney-Smith tonight. I already talked about Alex Len in the beginning of this analysis tonight. He was trash. Okay, he needs to get waived. He needs to get cut. He needs to be out of the rotation, similar to what Cam Reddish is, or at best, give Cam Reddish some opportunities. you know, Instead of Alex Len. I mean, completely have him shunned into the Lakers bench from the whole last spot in the on the roster, because it's just he's not cutting it. At least give some opportunities for Shake Milton. I mean, at best. But it was just bad efforts out there tonight from Alex Lynn. Even the broadcasters, I believe it was Reggie Miller, saying, I'm just paraphrasing here. He basically said that he was played bad. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, just horrible. In that sort of instance. So um, he needs to get waived or something, or so the Lakers can sign another big or something, because it's just not cutting it. We need Jackson Hayes back. I mean, when was the last time that's just the saddest thing ever. I mean, the fact that we have to rely on Jackson Hayes for his return to the Los Angeles Lakers from injuries. So, I mean, there's no doubt about it. After the season, we have to go for another big. We have to sign another big, some really good sized bigs going into this offseason for sure. So there's no doubt about it. And he really, Alex Lynn really lost all expectations out of the Lakers fans and all of that. So it's just very unfortunate. Uh, We already talked about Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic tonight. Dalton Knecht had 10 points out there tonight. Jordan Goodwin, 4 rebounds. I guess you could say, not the best out of Jordan Goodwin, but still, I think in any given night he will show up for us. But still, not the best for playing 25 minutes out there. I ended up giving us 4 rebounds and 3 assists, but 0 points. Not the best out of Jordan Goodwin. But when you look at the rest of the Lakers tonight, guys, I mean they just didn't play their best out there tonight when it came down to it, to the point that we had to rely on Markieff Morris, who was just a role player, in the Lakers roster. So just like the veteran coming off the bench. So that kind of tells you that, we need bigs. We need to, add some more size to this Lakers team. And the fact that we're relying on an aging Markieff Morris, a champion. He's a champion, but that's still, I mean, you have to rely on him. It's just, warning signs for sure is showing for the Lakers when it comes all said and done. So yeah, guys, I mean, just very unfortunate. Very unfortunate the Lakers lose to the Milwaukee Bucks, but it was not surprising. As I already mentioned in my introduction, it was not a surprise the Lakers lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. They were shorthanded. They were just, not given opportunities when it came to the defensive efforts and injuries. Injuries for sure played a big role in this. So it was just very unfortunate. And the fact that we had to rely on Alex Len to help us win games, it was just horrible. It was just horrible tonight. But my hope is that, you know, we can obviously waive him for sure. But, who's still available out there? Mo Bamba? Is he another option? I'm not sure. But we just have to wait and see because I'm not sure when is the last period for the Lakers to sign somebody at the waiver market. I think it's already been passed, but, Lakers do have 18 games left to do something. But, it's just very unfortunate. And the fact that, we have to deal with this type of situation when it comes to bigs on the roster. So this is who we have. And the fact that Jackson Hayes is not back yet and Rui Hachimura to bring in more size to the table, I mean, that just tells you right there that the Lakers have to deal with what they have in front of them, especially going into tomorrow's matchup against Denver. I mean, the Lakers are going to get crushed. I just have a feeling they're going to get crushed against the Lakers. The Denver Nuggets tomorrow for sure, and still furthering more to the Lakers potentially uh, moving down within the standings when it comes all said and done. So very unfortunate, very unfortunate. But you never know. You never know. Maybe they'll snap out of it and start to win games after this loss. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. We have to wait, but highly unlikely. Let's read some comments here before I end this live stream. Adam Hurley, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Alex Lynn needs to be waived immediately. Amen to that. I agree with you on that. He needs to be. He played a poor performance in these 2 games, especially against the Brooklyn Nets. If anything, the Brooklyn Nets game should have been the game where he balled out, but unfortunately he didn't. And there's a reason why he was waived by the Kings. I mean, it just tells you right there that he's washed up. He's done. There's no doubt about it. No other team is going to pick him up. There's no doubt about it once we go into the offseason and free agency. So he really ruined all expectations, really. I mean, I was excited when we signed him because he picked us over the Indiana Pacers. And it's just like, hey, I mean, this guy really wants to show up and ball out with the Lakers and show what he's made of. We saw what he's made of. He was trashed. So, if anything, anything is just going to furthermore that he will potentially either be out of the rotation and maybe filled in with playing small ball I'm seeing the comments from Ghetto Rabbit here. Morris looks better. I mean, there's could be a possibility that maybe Markieff Morris will get opportunities than Alex Lim for sure, or somebody else on the roster. I mean, the Lakers at this point will probably have to play small ball by the time they will hopefully wait for the return of Rui or Jackson Hayes or both guys really, because LeBron James. I mean, he's according to the reports he recently that I saw during the game is that I think it's from Johan Boha of the Athletic was that basically um, LeBron James will be a day-to-day situation. But the reason that he is because he's already reached 1 week, I believe, right? Yeah, 1 week of it into his injury. So that's just another situation where he's starting to get better, but he needs to be 100% ready. And at this point, guys, with how the scheduling is for the Lakers, I don't think the Lakers should rush back LeBron James. If anything, we should just hope that the rest of the Lakers, like Rui and Jackson Hayes, will return so the Lakers can at least be competitive in the way that they don't lose to, I don't know, games like the San Antonio Spurs that just today uh, De'Aaron Fox is out for the season. So no Wemby, no Fox. I mean, that just tells you right there that that could be an easy winnable game. But, we go back to the Brooklyn Nets game. The Lakers couldn't capitalize on that particular win. But at this point, guys, with 18 games remaining into the season, uh, the Lakers have a really tough situation if they somehow win some games here and there and they just hopefully start to win because it's just kind of hurts where they're at within the standings. I mean, sure, the fourth seed is not like anything to scoff at, but at the same time, I mean, if they continue to lose, they will continue to go further down. Uh, I think the last time I checked the standings, they're tied with the Houston Rockets within the fifth seed and fourth, where the Lakers are at right now. So it's just like, what, how many more losses they should, that they are going to suffer if they not going to win. So it's just at this point, you just have to hopefully the Lakers will just snap out of it and start to win games at this point because it's not looking good. That's why I like to look back at the games like the Charlotte Hornets game and some easy winnable games that the Lakers could have beaten when it came to facing some bad teams. Uh, you know, uh, it just shows you that you know they should have won them so that you won't have to worry about facing the type of schedule that they have in front of them. So it's just very unfortunate. But this is the reality. Let's see here from Adam Hurley. We miss LeBron, Rui, and Hayes. One, any one of them can make this team better. Absolutely agree with you on that. No doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, those three guys would have made a huge difference, especially when it came to the Brooklyn Nets game. That would have been an easy win for the Lakers, either maybe like a blowout game, if anything. And then the Milwaukee Bucks game. I mean, due to the size, due to the size and the lack of defensive efforts, the Lakers lost this game. I mean, they shot well tonight. They shot 37%. I mean, not bad. I mean, Lakers shot pretty well from the three, but when it came to down to it, it was their defensive efforts and the lack of size that really was their downfall tonight. Very unfortunate tonight when it came down to it. But I agree with you. LeBron, Rui, and Jackson Hayes, without a doubt, they would have made a huge difference, especially when it came to size, for sure. No doubt about it. Uh, Ghetto Rabbit, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Yeah, I already read this one, but yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Markieff Morris, at this point, with no Jackson Hayes, no Rui, no LeBron, we need size. And that, sure, Markieff Morris is reaching at the end of his career, like being like the veteran in the locker room type of player. But at this point, you just have to give minutes to this guy, or at least give him some rotational minutes. And I'm not trying to say that he should be in the starting lineup, but at best, give him minutes because you know Alex Len, he's not cutting it, and my hope is that he does get cut. Hopefully, he does get cut by the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes all said and done because he's not cutting it. at least against the Brooklyn Nets. That still annoys me. He was in the starting lineup against one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference that are tanking and not showing any participation in these 18 games left in the season. And that the fact that the Lakers played well in the first quarter, they just couldn't capitalize in the second, third, and fourth. And the fact that Allison missed that opportunity tonight just tells you that particular game actually just tells you that he's not cutting it as a Laker. He's not. So yeah, I mean, at this point, give the minutes to Markieff Morris because at least for a guy who just got minutes tonight, for obvious reasons due to no Rui, no LeBron, no Jackson Hayes. If anything, he's more of a deserves the type of minutes because how solid that he played tonight. I think he put up 4 points or something. Like I can just check real quick. He put up like 4 points and yeah, one rebound, two assists, but and shot I think one of two from the three. So yeah, I mean, give him the minutes. Why not? By the time we hopefully wait for the return of Rui and Jackson Hayes, we need him to step up for sure, without a doubt. Without a doubt, and also Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, he needs to step up. You know, Dorian Finney-Smith needs to show up when it comes to his shooting and all that because he went 1 of 5 from the three. So, and also Gabe Vincent. We're starting to see the old Gabe Vincent from the beginning of the season now for the past couple of games now. So my hope is that they show up, especially tomorrow when they face the Denver Nuggets. But highly unlikely that they will win that game. But we just have to wait and see for that because I was in the past. I said that Lakers will lose those type of games, but they proved me wrong. And I went 0-2 in that type of predictions when it came to facing the Boston Celtics a couple months ago, the Denver Nuggets a couple of weeks ago in Denver. I predicted those two games would be L's for the Lakers, but they proved me wrong. But again, LeBron was on the team at the time, and he was healthy. Rui, I mean, everybody was healthy in that particular game, and in those games. So, but I don't know. We just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see who will return, and if they don't, will the Lakers show up or not against Denver tomorrow? We just have to wait and see. Let's read more here before I end this live stream. Adam Hurley, LeBron, Rui, and Hayes all started the game when we whipped the Denver by 23 points. Yeah, that's true. It was such a good game, guys. I mean, that's the type of games you have to win. And the fact that, all those guys were there and, Luka Doncic was on the team. So, he makes a whole big of difference when for Rui and Jackson Hayes to really become some really good players in this league. So without a doubt, I mean, those guys for sure, obvious, they were playing against Denver a couple of weeks ago. So it was just, for sure. They would have made a huge bit of difference even against tonight's game and even against the Brooklyn Nets game. I mean, if they were healthy, there's no doubt about it. I think the Lakers would have probably been on a 2-game winning streak at this point. But, it is what it is at this point. Hopefully everyone shows up and steps up by the time we wait for the returns of LeBron, Rui, and Jackson Hayes, hopefully. Let's see. Adam Hurley, he did Ghetto. Oh, he did Ghetto. You're talking about Ghetto Rabbit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys are conversations on here for sure. JJ's got to stop starting Gabe at small forward. Is that true? Is he actually? I don't know. For some reason, I thought he put him in the point guard. And let me see who's it. Let me see it. Maybe that's. Let me see it here. Yeah. Oh, that is true. Why? I don't get it. If anything, you should give that to Dalton Connect, who can play multiple positions. Sure, he's more of a shooting guard, but he could play small forward too. I don't know why JJ Redick is doing this. Is he under the weather? Is he, I don't know, feeling the Darvin Ham effects or something? I'm not sure, but it's just like I don't get it. Yeah, why is he starting Gabe at small forward when you have Dalton Connect? I don't know. Maybe because of last game, I think maybe Dalton Connect did start against the Brooklyn Nets. Um, and maybe because his lack of defense will probably hurt the Lakers in this game. So I kind of understood maybe why, because Gabe Vincent plays defense over better defender over Dalton Connect. But if maybe that's why he went with that type of rotation. But still, you know, when you have a talent, that has the capability of playing good for you offensively, and he's the only like forward coming off the bench for you. I mean, you should have gave him that role. But I mean, you're giving Alex Lynn more opportunities than Dalton Connect. Now thinking about it, so it's just ridiculous at this point. I don't know. JJ Redick really needs to, buckle down and see what's going wrong within his rotation. So I don't know. We have to wait. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe something will happen. Let's see here from Ghetto Rabbit. Uh, Lakers gave up 100 points with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they were out of the fouls, the 7 left, and had a comeback under the I mean, Rui and up to late. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, they were struggling. They were struggling for sure, and it's been that way for a couple of games now within the third quarter. I mean, the Lakers always don't show up in third quarter situation, but this one, with the lack of injuries, obviously injuries playing a big role, and lack of defense. I mean, you're going to lose games like that in third quarters when you don't show up in that particular area, and plus the fouls that they are committing with Gabe Vincent and all of them. I mean, it's just bad timing, bad situations here and there. So, it was just bad. It was just bad tonight for sure. Daniel, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Wasted Luka performance. Yeah, that's the thing, right? He played his best basketball as a Los Angeles Laker with the 45-point performance. But unfortunately, it was just a bad loss tonight when it comes all said and done. I mean, they got crushed. The Lakers got crushed tonight against the Bucks due to a lack of size and a lack of defensive efforts. I mean, that's what went down tonight when it came to the Los Angeles Lakers. So it's very unfortunate. I mean, Luka balled out tonight along with Austin Reeves. I mean, let's give credit for him. He shot well tonight and put up 28 points, but it's just the rest of the team around us, the rest of the team around them. I mean, they just didn't show up when it came down to it, when it came to uh, the defensive efforts, when it comes all said and done. So very unfortunate, very was. Fat alcoholic Luka with 45. Yeah, I mean that just tells you guys that the narrative around Luka since the trade happened was that he's an alcoholic, he needs to lose some weight, doesn't condition enough. I mean, that was just like the whole narrative. But he's still put up 45, 30, 20-point performances, shooting very well, putting up triple doubles, giving you like 12 rebounds a game, 12 assists a game. I mean, this is Luka magic. And the fact that he was getting that type of trash in Dallas, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And, let's give some love to, to the GM of the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Nico, I mean, he was just like, he knew what he was. Maybe he did not know what he was doing, but he trusted the Lakers. He has a good relationship with Rob, so there's no doubt about it. I mean, that type of trade that went down will probably go one of the greatest trades to ever happen to the Lakers, other than the Shaq and Kareem and all them. But he's on that list for sure. So without a doubt, I mean, all that traits and he still put up 45 points. So that just tells you that the narrative around him was false, and the Dallas Mavericks wanted to have a safe face of to the fan base that they made the move for Anthony Davis was a right move. And I'm here to tell you guys, Anthony Davis, I'm still a fan of his. Hopefully, he returns very, very soon because he's such a great guy, great talent, and I wish him nothing but the best in Dallas. I mean, the guy has the capability of winning a championship with this team with Kyrie in Dallas, so there's no doubt about it. And the Dallas fan base, they had to really embrace Anthony Davis because he's good. He's a good player without a doubt. Yeah, we love Nico for sure. We love him, and their chants are been chanted all across every single games now, and the fact that this was a joke, and I've been hearing about it. But if the Lakers do win a championship, maybe this year, next year, or something like that, they have to really include Nico's name when it comes to the banner, just putting it like in the small corner saying "Thank you, Nico" type of feel. So, I just at this point, we have to show some love for this guy because he's just really did the Lakers right. When it came to how they wanted to, move forward with their future after LeBron James, and he basically did with Luka. And even though Anthony Davis, guys, still Anthony Davis for me, if LeBron James decides to, retire in the next couple of days or next couple of years, it's just the type of situation where it's like, I think the Lakers could have still built around Anthony Davis still, but when you have a trade that falls to your lap with Luka, you have to make that trade, and it's obviously showing wonders for sure. You know what, guys? Hold on. I missed a comment here. Let me read this here from Adam Hurley. Yeah, Trey Jemison has the second best. Yeah, I remember reading that in my last live stream for sure. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the fact that he's not getting opportunities over Alex Lynn. I mean, this is JJ Redick here, all written all over it. Really needs to reconsider putting in Trey Jemison, in the rotation at best. Maybe give him opportunity to start to show what he's made of. Sure, he's a two-way contract guy, but still, you can sign him. You can convert him into a contract. You can waive Cam Reddish, Alex Lynn, and potentially sign Jordan Goodwin and Trey Jemison for sure. But, it's all up to the Lakers to make that type of decisions. But, give opportunities for Trey Jemison for sure. Yeah, sorry, guys. I just had to answer that. I just saw it, but then I ignored it. I don't know why, but, for sure. As long as I got it done. Ghetto Rabbit, let's see here. Nico gets a ring. Yeah. A participation ring, just one of those type of staff rings. Yeah, why not? Give it to Nico for sure, because he deserves it, for sure. If we win a championship this year, or somehow we win a championship next year with LeBron James, probably if next year will be his last or something, I'm not so sure. But it was just be nice if somehow we gifted one for him. I mean, no doubt about it. It should happen for sure. Or maybe just add him to the Lakers banner, number 18, and just add it in the corner, very small font, saying "Thank you, Nico Harris." Why not? So why not? But a ring, I won't rule that out. Why not? Give him that because he deserves it. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for these comments. I was pretty down tonight when it came to this loss, but you guys made it all possible and changed my mood after this crushing night for the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. Obviously, they were shorthanded, unfortunately, and the lack of bigs played a big role of the Lakers losing this game, and obviously the defensive efforts for sure. So even though Luka put up 45 points, it just wasn't enough. And the fact that Austin Reeves showed up with the 28 points and went 5 of 7 from the three. I mean, the Lakers shot pretty well tonight. Most of that came from Austin Reeves and Luka, but still, defense played a huge downfall to the Lakers' loss tonight, and of course the lack of bigs. So my hope is speedy recovery for Rui, Hayes, and LeBron James. Hopefully they return very, very soon, because where the standings is, and Lakers are pretty close with the Houston Rockets, anything could happen. I mean, Lakers could potentially continue to fall down more if somehow we don't get those guys returned very, very soon. So we just have to hope by the time those guys return that the Lakers will try to win games or show some sort of competitiveness on the defensive side, and just somehow try to win games at this point. Because with 18 games remaining, if the Lakers continue this trajectory of losing games, it could really hurt them. They could potentially fall further down within the standings. So that's the fear at this point. But hopefully things start to turn around for us, hopefully soon. So thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Once again, I want to thank Adam Hurley, Ghetto Rabbit, and of course Daniel for you guys' thoughts and opinions on here on the comment section. And of course, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And of course, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And please make sure to follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. The links will be in the description of this live stream, so you guys check me out on social media. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Good night to you, Get a Rabbit. Hang in there, man. We will get through this. No doubt about it. We got this. Hopefully, Lakers will start to snap out of it, hopefully, and start to win games. Or maybe, hopefully, we'll see the return of Rui and maybe Jackson Hayes. I mean, LeBron James still has long ways to go. But like I said, we should not rush him to return. So if we can get Rui and Jackson Hayes back, and we still have this roster with Luka leading the helm, I think we could win games with those type of guys coming back. But if LeBron James is able to return with a day-to-day situation, according to Johan Boha, there's no doubt about it. I think maybe he will make his return, but just be on the safe side. And I think Lakers are going to do this. They will probably have LeBron James sit out for almost like maybe the rest of this tough road trip with these 8-game tough schedule that they have to deal with, I believe 6 games and 8 nights or something. I might be mistaken, but it's just a tough schedule in these couple of weeks. So for sure, but I don't know. If we can get Rui or Jackson Hayes back, it'll be awesome. But LeBron, that'll be awesome too. But we don't want to rush him for sure. But yeah, good night to you, Get a Rabbit. I really appreciate you joining in. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.